And we are back with the gameplay part of the video. And we're going to talk about, first we're going to talk about the power of Pyramid Head, how it works and what it does. And just in case that you people see it, yes, that perk is I'm all ears because it is at the moment the only good perk on Pyramid Head. That we can all agree upon that it works. So I'm gonna read the power, and I hope you guys are ready for the voice. So here I go. Open the gates of suffering and be judged. The great knife splits the ground, giving rise to an infernal construct, and spreading agony to all who approach. Rites of Judgment. Hold the power button to activate, then move in any direction to carve a trail into the ground, except backwards. Any direction except backwards. Survivors who walk or run on the trail will trigger killer instinct and be inflicted with torment. Survivors activated by torment may be sent to a cage of atonement while they are in a dying state. Special attack. Punishment of the Damned. Press the attack button while Rites of Judgment is active to perform a punishment of the damned. This unleashes a wave of force, damaging any survivor in its path. Special ability. Gates of Atonement. Press the active ability button while standing over a dying survivor, suffering from torment to send them to a Cage of Atonement. Survivors in a Cage of Atonement can be sacrificed as if they were on a hook. During the second phase of the summoning ritual, they will be forced to complete skill checks to hold off the entity. Being rescued or rescuing another survivor from a Cage of Atonement will remove torment. Special ability, Final Judgment. Press the active ability button when standing over a dying survivor suffering from torment who has already reached struggle phase on a hook or in a cage to execute them. Well, I must say this power is pretty interesting. What do you guys say?
Yes, of course, because it has the ability to counter many of the second chance perks that survivors have,
Yep.
like decisive strike, borrowed time, and so on. I think it is also the
And it
the
counters flashlight saved.
yeah, I think that the attack is also fun and very strong because it can injure survivors through walls.
Yeah, he's basically an huntress with 150 movement speed.
Yeah, yeah, very can be very deadly and is also anti-looping.
Yeah, and you can put also that the rights of judgment. You can also put it right at the loop area where they will have to loop the pallet. So they will be tormented. So basically, he has a lot of options. If you loop too long, he will use the tormentment to make sure that you are that you are tormented. What do you think, Nevermore?
I'm still really not on him because it's
Yeah.
all right. So the I think everybody knows or can agree that his range attack is super dodgeable.
Yep, it is.
So like if you're not, I only land it when I'm hitting them through a wall that I know they're on a generator. Otherwise, I never hit anybody with this damn thing.
Yep.
And I could see if it was like in chase. There's like any other killer I'd rather play. He doesn't really do anything in chase but get ran around.
Yep.
And the torment thing is like I get it. Like you can, it doesn't deter them from doing the loop.
Yep.
Like it's like, oh, I'm tormented, but torment doesn't really matter if you can't hit them. You know, like it's not like the plague's vomit, where the longer you're punished for being vomited.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I'm man, he's cool, and I love the cages. I love that part, but like actually getting to it is kind of ridiculous.
Yep, it is, especially with how it works, because the only way to avoid the rights of judgment is by crouching.
Yeah, it's just like any other trap,
Yep.
and I think like I don't like that part, but it's like I still have to catch you. It doesn't really matter either way.
Yeah, it's what I like about it. You can use it to cut off an area, like a generator or a hook or so. That is nice. That it does
Yeah.
that. It's that you hook someone and you put the right of judgment around them, and if you get close to that person, well, they will run away and they will get torment on them, or they crouch towards over it. But I don't think that survivors will crouch over it just to get hit. And the the only problem I got with the special attack, the punishment of the damned, is that if the survivor is not on the same level as you, as the ground, you know, if the survivor is on the stairs, or if they are on a platform that is a bit higher than you, then it won't hit them.
Yeah, I find myself when I play Pyramid Head just just giving up any generator that was not on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and that is the only thing that I would change is on him is even if the survivor is on a platform that is high, so long as it is connected to the ground, it should move over it, no matter what. That's the only thing. So if it is up the stairs, it should move up the stairs, etc., etc. And if it is on a double platform, like you get a basement and you don't, it should not work. It should just work on the same floor as you're standing. But if it is moving towards a ladder, or it is on a platform or something that is still connected to it, it doesn't have to be. So long it is not as high. So long it doesn't come above the killer, you should be able to hit them still. That's how I see it. It should still hit them, but that is just me. That's the only thing that I find a bit disappointing of him. But the range is decent. The range is decent. It is like if you have the Temple of Purgation, the plague map, and you have these two pillars, you know, and outside there's two pillars where the generator is standing. The attack will go from the edge of that platform to half the second pillar. It's a pretty decent range still. Not as far as Huntress, but still pretty decent. But it is also extremely readable. So survivors that know how to loop it will be able to avoid it easily. But it doesn't counter big loops at all. It is at the end of the day you have to capture them, right?
Yeah, like I read online like there's one game where a guy had it for 5 gens and escaped.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. This
Just
yeah.
no threat through. It's like playing against like Legion. Like there's no actual threat from the power whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because he still has to chase you.
Yeah, the range can be a threat, but it has at the moment it has it is very readable and easily to avoid and such. The only that's all I can say about this, but the cage thing is pretty nice. If you can get them tormented and you down them, then the cage thing is like beastly.
Yeah, like that's the only good thing about this code, the cage. Like that's so dope.
Yeah,
but
except when the cage is being teleported right to the next to the exit gate.
Or like that, I'm okay with. Like I'm okay with giving that up, like the positioning, because I'm getting a free hook that I don't even have to carry you to. Like that's strong as hell.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm gonna barely be able to use it against any survivor that knows what they're doing, kind of like, why do I have a power?
Yep. I mean, I was in the end game. I did this his final ride, his Cage of Atonement, I mean, and the survivor was teleported towards the exit gate that was open. That's that's such stuff shit. I mean,
Wonderful.
yeah, a pretty good job so far. But it,
Yeah, because the teleport destination is random.
yeah, very random. But on the Wreckers map, the cage was teleported into one of those cranes or bulldozers inside that cockpit, you know. That was cool. And when it was teleported there, the survivor was teleported there. I put there a Rise of Judgment so that they were forced to walk over it. Yeah, I mean, it presented itself, you know, for it.
Yep.
So why not? Why not use it? I mean, it's pretty decent, I must say. You do the Rise of Judgment. You walk there. You cut off a part where the survivors will work. And if they run away, they get tormented, and that means the gates will be up. Then you can use the gates, and if you do a 3-gen strategy as such, and the survivors are far away, and it is in a small area, and the map is big, and you do a Right of Judgment, then the survivors will be teleported right to the other side of the map or something. There's still a lot of extra time for you to get
Yeah,
another.
yeah, we can say that the power is good to push survivor away from the area you are protecting.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you are using the tree generator strategy, the power is good, of course.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, I think that the best use of 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 the power of Pyramid Head is for hard tunneling survivors.
Yeah. I mean, he is basically a chaser and slash tunneler. If you think about it. Because Pyramid had entire power tells me pure aggression. His playstyle is being pure aggressive and pure trying to put pressure on the survivors. That's why you get the skates mechanic, so that Pyramid Head can keep on chasing, keep on putting the pressure. The idea is good, only the execution is a bit lackluster. That's the only thing that I can say. But the best part is, it counters decisive strike and it counters borrowed time. Two of the most used perks in the game.
Also, I think that I think you should get more reward from Punishment of the Damned. Honestly, I would be okay if Punishment of the Damned, if those spikes didn't come up and do damage. Right? If you just did that initial like wave when you first press the button, and then anything on that path gets afflicted with like torment, I would be I'd feel a lot better about this killer.
Yeah, that is the only change that I would say that it should have. That it would put torment on the survivors.
You're like, don't give me the ranged attack. Take that shit out, and just make it that one beam. Like make it a trench right in front of you, so that way, it works within the confines of the game that they already have. So you know you can only put X amount of trenches up at one time.
Yeah.
So just give me a beam so I can just raise the trench right in front of me. Bam! Now when I'm in chases, I can just give you torment instead of playing the mind game of let me go drag a trench in this loop and then hope you run into it.
Yeah, I find it funny that they said on his page that his difficulty is intermediate. But to be honest, he is just hard. The way how his power works, I would say his difficulty is hard.
Yeah, like I would put, because he's just like it's like playing a trapper.
It's basically more like a nurse with a range attack, but who can't teleport. You have to predict where the survivors are going behind the wall.
Yeah, and then even then they can still dodge it.
Yeah,
Like that's literally the only thing I would change, and I think that's fair to say, because I like he doesn't. Why does he need a range attack?
yeah. So true.
Like he doesn't need that. Like just let me be able to shoot a trench in front of me. That will make sense with the character and the overall aesthetic that they decided the direction they tried to take him into. And like I think that would be so much better. Like I think that would be more frightening than, oh, look at this wave, here it comes, I'm going to dodge it.
Yep.
Like no, here's this fucking beam, and all it does is leave a trench. So now you have to make a decision.
Yep. I totally agree with you about this. His range attack should at least give torment, at the very least.
Yeah, like if I'm hitting you, because it's not like if I actually land that, I should get something more out of it than a hit.
Yep.
Especially with all of the perks and stuff that eat hits out nowadays. Like I'm just getting a hit that might not even do anything.
Yep. I totally agree. It is, but it is what it is. But the final part is the best thing, and that is the final judgment. I like that. The final judgment I like a lot.
That's easily one of my favorite killer abilities. Like in the
yeah, it is. It's basically Dit is like how should I say? This is what the Michael should have had also, that he could outwardly ride Mori people when they are in that hook with his power. That would
Yeah, also don't forget that you don't waste time for hooking survivors because because you normally you have to pick up survivors and carry them to the hook, and during this time you waste 10 to 15 seconds. So don't forget that this also allows you to save a lot of time.
Totally.
And yeah, and on the top of this, you get a free Mori, basically.
And the Mori is fast as hell. It is not a
Yeah.
long Mori, it is a really short one.
You save a lot of time.
Yeah. And it
And
allows you to keep momentum.
yeah, you also counter flashlight saves, you counter pallet saves, so very, very strong.
Yep. I like that really. I don't know what Nevermore say about it, but I like it a lot. Because that final judgment ability does so much for you as killer. I mean,
yeah, it's like it's actually really strong, borderline OP, but the fact that it's so hard to even do it, like I guess that kind of balances it out, but it's missing a lot because where he's very weak. Like if you take away like at its base, he's just going to at what an average speed at best M1 killer.
yep.
Like when your power's not working for you, that's what you are. You're just getting loot. You don't have like crazy range. Like everything about him is really avoidable.
Yeah.
So why not just focus on the cage parts? It makes it a little bit more threatening.
Yep. And the only thing with the cage is it doesn't work with barbecue and chili.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's broken enough. Like you don't need any of that. And that's another like it's balanced. Like all of the OP killer perks. Like what's that Ghostface one that I like when you pick them up and it blocks the gens?
Oh, that's
like,
Tremors.
Yeah, Tremors. That doesn't work now because you don't have to pick them up. Like all of the really good broken stuff just doesn't work anymore. So like why not?
But here is the thing. What you can do is pick them up so that Tremors will activate, then you drop them and then you do the cage.
True, you could.
You could do that, but then you still have to be careful that there is no not so shit monkey with a flashlight.
Yeah, like that's because you could do that, but that's risky.
Yeah, that's the only that's a bit of a risk and reward play, I must say. But if you as a killer player, as a pyramid head player, does that, my respect for having the balls to do it. I mean, I'm serious. If you do that as pyramid head, you have tremors and you pick a survivor up and then drop them to use your cage. Mad respect. That is all I can say. It is. It's not being sarcastic or anything. I really mean it. That's respect. You got my respect if you did that. You know. It's and then you can end at final judgment. And if that is the case, because the survivors will fear the final judgment if they get tormented. Trust me, the sweat will be dripping down the butt cheeks. I mean, don't you think, Falcon? Because they will fear that final judgment.
Yes, because basically, Pyramid Head has a built-in rancor.
And the best part is it doesn't cost a perk slot or an offering.
Yeah, and also you can use the judgment on every survivor, while rancor is limited only to the obsession. Don't forget.
True. So true. It's really I want to see this ability, this final judgment ability. I mean, I would like to see this being added to Michael in his evil within 3 and such. When they are in that hook, I would like to see it on Trapper, and I would like to see it on Raid and Ghostfaced. You know, and those killers. I would like to see final judgment being added to them, to their kids.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, but still, I would like to see it added to them. You know, Trapper could really use it because he is really slow. And I would say added to Ghostface because of no.
Ghostface is already.
Yeah, I think Raid.
Ghostface is fine.
I think Raid would really benefit from this final judgment type of ability. What do you think, Falcon?
Yes, I agree.
Raid would
Uh,
benefit from it. Trapper, Michael would benefit from it.
Yeah, but I think it's a good ability in general because simply the fact that you don't waste time and you can ignore decisive strike and borrowed time. Just these are huge reasons to make this power very very strong.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember that second chance perk for survivors are very, very annoying. So uh, everything that helps in this sense is welcome.
Yep. And I think we have said enough about this power and how it works. It's good power. It just needs to be adjusted for stairs and platforms that are not high than that are under the killer's head. Like if the survivor is on a platform that's like that puts the survivor on the same level as the head as the killer, then I would say it should still be able to hit it, the hit survivor, or follow up the stairs. But for the rest, it's a good power. It's not it's not broken, but at the same time it is broken. It's in between. I think it is balanced. A strong power with a strong negative effect, I must say. So that is all I can say about it. It is not bad. It is not a bad power at all. That's all I can say. I don't know. I think you guys agree with me or not.
That's fair to say.
Yes, yes.
So we're gonna do the Claudette test now, guys, and we're gonna see how it goes and how shitty the map is when there is a Claudette there. We will not use Cheryl because Cheryl is already very visible with that white top of hers, so you will be able to see her across the map because, well, believe it or not, white people are at a very big disadvantage in this game. So yeah, it's not a racist thing or anything, but it's a fact. If you are a white girl or a white boy in white clothes in a dark map, you will be seen.
Pretty
So
much.
yeah, it's a fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
And well, we gonna do the Claudette test right now.